Hi, I'm Betty Alkazian, and you're watching Raising a Mensch. Today we're going to be talking about avoiding power struggles with our kids. So often we get into that boxing ring with our kids and we feel like we're fighting with them all day long. That can be incredibly exhausting. Now this is a really big subject and I'm just going to be able to tackle a few points of it. But one of the things we want to be aware of is how our kids behave is very often a reflection on what we have taught them. So if they're engaging us in power struggles, it's because we have allowed them, we have engaged back with them, and we have gotten into the boxing ring and fought with them, and sometimes about everything. And when I see an exhausted mommy in my office, I know that this is a mom who is battling with her kids. Many kids these days are like little lawyers, and we've taught them because their muscles have been strengthened by us arguing with them. That just makes them better at arguing back. Our task is to disengage from the power struggle and to stop fighting with them. They'll take whatever pieces of them we'll give them because they just want our attention. So what we have to do is say, I'm only willing to give my kids positive attention, loving attention. I'm not going to fight with them. So how do we do that? How do we pull out of those struggles? One of the best lines that we can possibly say to our kids is, I love you too much to argue with you about this. And then we can say, let me know when you're ready. So let's say our kids don't want to brush their teeth, or they don't want to get dressed in the morning before school. Then we say, I know. We can have lots of compassion for their plight and say, you know, I know it's really comfy to be in your jammies, but it's time to get dressed for school now. And then they'll say, no, I don't want to, and they try to engage us. And our task is to say, you know what, I'm not going to fight with you, I'm going to get myself ready, and to disengage, go into a different room. All they really want is our attention, so they're likely to follow. And when they say, but mommy, I want you, then we can say, let me know. When you're ready to get dressed, then I'm happy to give you my attention. And that just lets them know that it's business before pleasure. We're not taking care of anything else. We're not playing with other toys. We're not watching TV. We're not doing anything until this piece of business has been addressed. And it also says to our kids, I'm the boss, you're the child. And sometimes we have to teach them how to be the child. Because when we're in the boxing ring, what we're saying to our child is, we're peers, and whoever wins is the boss. And we can't afford to let our kids win these battles. They need us to be the boss and to be the parent. Then they can feel safe and secure and able to explore the world and develop normally. So, keep your parental authority. Don't engage in fighting with your kids. Be patient, have compassion for how hard it is to be them, that changing and transitioning and moving on to the next thing is hard for them. They don't care if you're running late. They don't care if they go to school. They'd rather stay home with you. So have compassion for how hard it might be for them. Be kind, and don't be willing to fight with them. You'll be glad. When we argue with our kids, we're giving them a piece of ourselves and they're happy to get it. They don't care what kind of piece they get of us, they just want our attention. So when we give them our negative attention and we are yelling at them, I think of that like sugar. When you have a handful of M&Ms, 5 minutes later you want another handful. The same thing is true with our kids. When they get negative attention, it's like sugar. They'll take it because it's still what they want because they want your attention, but 5 minutes later they need more. When they get your positive attention, that's much more like protein. When they're getting your love and you're filling up their love tank, you're giving them your positive attention, your warmth, your compassion, that is like protein that will hold them over for hours to come. So be aware of what kind of pieces of you you're giving your kids, and only be willing to give them that protein, that positive attention.